Don't ever drive with a loose dog in your car. I'm going to talk about some key road safety tips when you're traveling with your dog. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole with Podorable Finds, and I am obsessed with helping dogs and their owners live their best lives. Today we're going to talk about going on the road with your dog. So, as I mentioned in the opening, please do not drive anywhere with a loose dog in the car. There's lots of reasons for it, but the number one is, of course, if you're ever in an accident, your dog then becomes a projectile and could go through the windshield. You could only be driving 50 kilometers an hour, and that's still very, very hazardous and very dangerous to your dog. This is also just a cautionary tale as well. If you have a passenger, so if you have a puppy or a small dog and you have a passenger in the front seat with you and they choose to hold the dog in their lap, please be sure to turn off the passenger side airbag. If the airbag were to deploy in case of an accident, then your dog could be crushed. Finally, a loose dog, especially a puppy like I have in the back seat right now, could serve as a distraction, and that distraction could ultimately cause an accident. But up next, I'm going to talk about a few different alternatives that you can use instead of having your dog loose in the car. Number one, you could use your dog's crates in your vehicle. So now I choose not to do that personally, only because my vehicle, number one, isn't big enough, and number two, I don't know, maybe it's paranoia, whatever, but I feel that if we were to get into an accident, then the dog would still get jostled about inside the crate and get just as hurt. Using a crate in the car actually does make a lot of sense to me, though, if you have a large vehicle, a van, or if you're transporting multiple dogs. You'll see this quite often with dog walkers, doggy daycares, and the like. The second thing, now what I choose to do is I actually use a dog seatbelt. So this is something that can hook on and latch on to the dog's harness and then clip into the car seat's seatbelt clip, I guess, for lack of a better expression. Now, I do find that it works really well when paired with a harness. I would not recommend using this with a collar because, again, if there were to be an accident, then that could be a choking hazard to your dog. Another thing that I like to do as well is I turn on the child safety locks on the car doors in the back seat for my dog. Again, it might be paranoia, whatever, but just in case his little paws somehow manage to open the door while we're driving, and even if he's tethered to the door, that could be an accident and very dangerous situation. Another thing I like to use as well is the Doggy Blanket in the back seat. So this is something that's specifically designed for dogs for a back seat. And what it does is it actually provides a bit of a barrier and a protection between the back seat and the floor of the back seat of the car. Your dog's not going to slip in through there. There's also a mesh panel here. You can see it right here. A mesh panel so that airflow, there's Mellow. So airflow can get through to the back seat to the dog as well. And like I said, he's not going to fall down, behind my seat or behind the passenger seat of the car. I would also recommend that if you do want to open up your windows in the car, that's a great idea. Creates some great airflow for you, but only open them very small amount and put the child safety locks on the windows as well. So cautionary tale, this is a true story. My mother had a couple of Great Pyrenees, and one of them, who absolutely loved the car, was looking out the window. The window was open, saw something he wanted to chase, and he jumped out of a moving vehicle. This is a, 120, 130 pound dog jumping out the window of a vehicle. They can do it, it can be done, so please be really, really cautious on that. Now finally, one thing that I have seen when I was doing my own research just on different products and that sort of thing, I've been using this mechanism for many years, but with my last dog as well. But I would also recommend, if you have a smaller dog and they really are curious and want to look out the window, you can get car seats specifically designed for dogs. I think they're super cool, super cute. I don't know if I'm going to get one yet, but I'll link some in the description below so you can go check it out. And if you have used one of these car seats or you choose to use one of these car seats, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it works. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please, it would mean the world to me if you would hit subscribe and like. And if you have any questions or have any other topics that you would like for me to cover, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks again. I hope you have an awesome day.